That's right. Ohio State still not sure what happened, but what people are sure is that Iowa played lights out.
Absolutely. That defense was catching interceptions all the time, and Nate Stanley was throwing like he was running for his life.
That's right. And they're finally getting some recognition. Defensive back Josh Jackson had an impressive game against the Buckeyes. Jackson tied the school record with 3 interceptions against then Heisman candidate J.T. Barrett and recorded himself 3 solo tackles as well. Jackson earned national recognition yesterday and was named the Bednarik National Defensive Player of the Week and Big Ten Co-Defensive Player of the Week as well. On the other side of the ball, quarterback Nate Stanley received the Manning All-Star Player of the Week as well as Big Ten Conference Offensive Player of the Week.
But the awards did not stop there for the Hawkeyes. Head coach Kurt Ferentz was named the Bobby Dodd Trophy Coach of the Week, which is awarded to coaches whose players demonstrate success in all areas of the field, on and off it. Ferentz and the Hawks will follow up their big win in Madison, Wisconsin, taking on the number 6 ranked Badgers this upcoming Saturday, looking to pull out another upset win as they did against the Buckeyes.
Now Iowa volleyball welcomes in another nationally ranked opponent into Carver tonight. The Hawks are coming off a tough loss against number 22 ranked Purdue, but they look to bounce back in big ways against an even tougher opponent. DITV's Taylor Van Fleet has more.
All season long, we have watched this Iowa volleyball team compete with some of the toughest programs in the country. And although they haven't necessarily been getting the outcomes they were hoping for, they have not made things easy on their opponents. And they'll have another big challenge tonight as they take on number 1 ranked Penn State here in Carver.
Penn State has really physical hitters. They have, I think it's the best hitting percentage in the Big Ten right now, so that block will really help us a lot if they can stay closed and just allow the defense to play defense around them.
We're going to have to be very disciplined defensively. Our block has had some good success, even against the more aggressive attackers, the bigger attackers. And I think if we just play with our confidence that we have had with our block and then the combination of our defense, I think we should be able to sustain and win quite a few rallies.
Coach has always been telling us all year that we're going to be at 23-all with the best teams in the country, which is true, and we get there a lot, and sometimes we've been able to finish and sometimes we haven't. And so really this week we're working on being able to finish out those tight matches and not letting those pressure moments get to us.
The Hawks were able to take a set from the Nittany Lions back in September, and that was the first time they did that in over 5 years. So now they know they can hang with the best. It's just about closing those games out. Reporting for Iowa Volleyball, this has been Taylor Van Fleet with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
You can catch the Hawks face the number 1 ranked Nittany Lions tonight inside Carver Hawkeye Arena at 8 p.m.
Now Iowa basketball season tips off Friday night with their first regular season game, and there will be one player who had quite a journey to the court this season. Lucy Rodin has more.
Just one day before Iowa basketball's first exhibition game of the season, point guard Christian Williams announced he was transferring, which made room for another man in the rotation, and Connor McCaffery is stepping up to fill that role.
It wasn't about me, so it was all about him. He recognized that Christian leaving created an opportunity for another ball handling guard to contribute to this team. He wants to contribute to this team. He loves his team.
It wasn't very tough. Just kind of had to think about all the pros and cons and talk to Coach Heller. I wanted to make sure things were squared off with him, make sure I was on the same page as my dad. Once we kind of laid everything out, it just made more sense.
And after his red shirt was pulled, Connor gave up his seat here on the bench for playing time on the court.
He's making the most of it. He's enjoying it every step of the way, and I'm trying to help him out as much as possible. He's got a lot to learn, obviously, but it helps his dad being the head coach, and he's figuring out a lot of things like really quickly like I did when I got here, so it's going to help a lot for us as a team.
Connor's original plan for his freshman year was to redshirt in basketball and play on the baseball team.
He was all in with baseball, so he had an opportunity to grow within that program, and so that was hard, because he decided to commit there, but Coach Heller was great. He said, look, he's going to play, then he needs to play.
It wasn't as much that I was so focused on baseball. I'm kind of a plan guy, I'm a comfort zone guy. That was kind of what we had picked out, so I was focused on that. It wasn't that I was so locked in on it that I wasn't, thinking at all about basketball. I still was coming to practice every day. I was playing hard, trying to do whatever I could to help the team. It's just I wasn't going to play because that wasn't the plan. But obviously, plans can be adjusted.
Connor is still unsure as to whether or not he will redshirt in baseball this year. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Lucy Rodin, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Iowa will tip off against Chicago State at 8:05 p.m. at Carver Hawkeye Arena this Friday. You can catch the game on BTN Plus with our very own Mary Kate Harrian on the sideline.
And tune in tomorrow for the first look into the quickly approaching start of the Iowa wrestling season.
And to check in with the Iowa women's basketball team, that's all from us in the sports studio, guys. Back to you.